Now the story of a wealthy family who lost everything, and the one son who had no choice but to keep them all together. It's Arrested Development.
Hello, friends. I bet you missed me yesterday. Didn't do an episode yesterday. Like I said, this is my show, so we're gonna do an episode when we want to do an episode. Today we're gonna be discussing movies. The opening is brought to you by Arrested Development. Thank you, Ron Howard. Why is the opening Arrested Development? Because right now I feel like my family has basically been arrested from me. That doesn't make any sense. But if you know this plot of Arrested Development, or the story of Arrested Development, or the premise of Arrested Development, then you know kind of what I'm getting at. Am I really the son that's trying to keep the family together? No. But I feel as if my family's falling apart from me. Maybe that's my own fault. Anyway, point is, I have not slept very much. I am having a lot of trouble sleeping these past few days, and I don't know really why. My family gives me advice, and I basically tell them to fuck off. And honestly, I shouldn't be telling them to fuck off. I know that. But it's just aggravating when they just kind of tell you what you already know, you know? You should go back to bed. Well, I'm not tired. Anyway, like I said, this wasn't supposed to be like a vlog, so let's get rid of the vlogging part of this episode and just jump right into it. As Philip DeFranco says, or he says, and let's, yeah, I'm pretty sure he says jump into it, get into it, jump in. Alright, so what is the point of this channel, the episode today? Really, I need sleep. The point of this episode is Toy Story. The 3 Toy Stories. By the way, I'm not sure where it takes place. I tried to ask somebody, and then the idiot decided to tell me where in the actual buildings the characters are. And that's not what I want to know. I want to know where in the world Toy Story takes place. And from what I've understood in my research, it's Ohio. Didn't know that. But there is the Tri-County dump or whatever in the 3rd movie, so I don't know how many. If Ohio is part of a tri-county, maybe it is. Anyway, point is, Toy Stories might take place in Ohio. With that out of the way, I want to discuss the movies more thoroughly. I want to discuss some interesting points.
Did you get some tea?
No, I haven't gotten any.
Would you like some tea?
Sure. Some interesting points. That was my father interrupting this broadcast. Oh, I should probably go back to sleep. Anyway, okay, here's a point for you. So when Buzz flips open his arm patch thing to check the phone number, so they can type in the phone number to call Andy in the 3rd movie. Later on, you see the same shot, not of that, but you see it sort of like kind of cut to the left or the right, and none of the numbers are written on there. Now, okay, fine. I guess he could have wiped it off, but given that most of the characters have Sharpie names under their feet, I would think that can't just come off. It's a minor detail. It's not that big of a deal, but to me, it's important. Also, when Woody gets burned in the first one, like in the middle of his head, I don't think in the 2nd movie he still has that burn. And I know he says, "I hope this isn't permanent," but think about it. If you burned a hole into a plastic toy, or like just the ash of it, and when he dumps his head in the milk, it doesn't come off. Not that really would have worked. You kind of wonder if the fire would have kind of made its own impression on the plastic. But anyway, that's another little minor detail. What else do I got for you about the movies? I like them. I think they were good. It seems, though, that after the first one, they sort of have the same kind of story going, you know? Like, well, not really. I mean, the second one, Woody gets taken away. So that's kind of cool, because then they have to go rescue him. In the first one, there's no real rescue. I mean, Buzz and Woody are just trying to get back home. So, there's no real rescue. In the second one, Buzz gets to rescue Woody, and then the third one, Woody kind of gets to rescue Buzz, but the whole gang. I mean, they're good movies, don't get me wrong. I love the Toy Story films, probably more than any of the other Pixar films combined. But you wonder what they're going to do with the fourth one. Like, I was curious if they've made a trailer, because someone has already said that it's taken them 10 years to make Toy Story 4, but we don't really know when Toy Story 4 is being released. At least, I don't know when it's being released. Oh, maybe we got a trailer. Okay.
Denty Nice Gum 60 minutes of fresh breath makes those break room moments with new hires a little less awkward.
Hey. You're welcome. Bye.
What are you going to do with these old toys?
When a boy's toys are shipped away. A tragic accident at sea.
Huh?
Has got mistake and consequences.
What? This doesn't look real at all. Okay, clearly this is real. Wow. Wow, I don't know what to say to this. Is this gonna be like the same thing? Is this a real trailer? That doesn't help. No. There is no trailer for this yet. Oh my god. Okay. Wow, that was just pathetic. Oh, I hate when they do that, you know? Anyway, maybe we can find out when the release date is. It says June 16th, 2019, which is possible. I'm not saying that's wrong. There we go. Yeah, 2019. We're not in 2019. Fuck it. Where'd it go? I just typed it in. There it is. So there is a video. This isn't a video for Toy Story. This is a video for The Incredibles 2.
Hey, little baby. Where are you? Incredibles 2, June 15th.
That's not. Oh, okay, I see. June 21st, 2019. It's not really a sequel. It's kind of like a quadruple. Okay. Wait, what? Uh-huh. What do you mean it won't continue the original trilogy storyline? Yeah. What? Are you... If you don't continue the story, then what is the point? It's just a side story? That is so lame. Ah, that is just so annoying. So according to IMDb, though they could be wrong, and they've already had creative differences twice with two of the writers, so they could have creative differences with the next one. It's not going to follow the original storyline of the three. So if you don't remember the storyline of the three, the first one is Toy Story, about Andy playing with his toys. He's young. Then Toy Story 2 comes out, and he's like, what? If we're saying he was like 5 in the first one, or then maybe he's around 12 in the second one, 10, 8, I don't know. And then the third one, he's 18, going to college, 19, going to college, depending on whatever they've decided. Probably 18. And, you know, so the first one's all about the toys, getting reacquainted, Woody and Buzz, their relationship. Second one is Woody getting taken away, going to put into a museum, where basically he'd just be gawked at from all kinds of children, but he would have no real playtime, and according to the Toy Story argument, toys need to be played with, which I agree with. They're toys. Self-explanatory, in my opinion. And then Toy Story 3, they end up in a daycare, then they have to get back home. It's always about trying to get back home, which is fine. They're good movies. All of them. But if you decide then to just completely eliminate that format, like I was talking about 13 Reasons Why, you've ruined the films. It just becomes a side project. I thought the whole idea was the fourth one was going to be Woody trying to get trying to get Bo Peep back, which would be interesting. I don't know how he would accomplish it, but if it's not going to continue with the storyline of the other three, then where are we going in this way? On this one, is like Bo Peep, like, still in Andy's room? Is Andy still young? Like, has he not gone to college? Like, no. If you're gonna do a Toy Story 4, you gotta keep with the consistency. You already did it for the first 3. I'm sure you can figure out for a 4th. And like, somebody thinks that they're gonna be shipped on a boat and then they get like docked off. Like, no. I mean, it could happen, but what? How are we gonna get back to whatever her name is, the girl and Toy Story 3? Anyway, that's my show. Hope you enjoyed it.